Hey, don't adjust the channel. You rocking with your boy Blade. Ain't no telling what we gonna get into today. It's gonna be action-packed. I want you to like, share, subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you get the freshest, the hottest, the newest videos. This channel is all about inspiration. It's all about positivity, good energy. But we definitely gonna have fun. We're gonna work hard. We're gonna think smart, but we're gonna have fun more than anything on this channel. But I want y'all to let all your friends know, even your baby mama. Yeah, man, it's a lot more work to do on this Gbody, but we're gonna get it done, man. I'd rather do this stuff myself than to be sitting back waiting for my stuff just collecting dust in the back of somebody's shop and they taking me for my money. I already been taken for that ride before, so man, we're not gonna do that no more. I learned my lesson, and I'm hoping that no one had to go through what I went through and lose thousands and thousands of dollars and years of time of productivity and something that I could have been enjoying if I would have went ahead and did it myself. So with this car, it's my 1986 Monte Carlo. If this your first time tuned to the channel, welcome. If you've been tuned into the channel, hey, I appreciate you even more. I would like for you to like, do some more sharing, do some more commenting. But we're going up 2,200 subscribers, and we almost monetized. So what I have right here is the 86 Monte Carlo SS. That's the Super Sport T-top, and I'm removing a lot of the original equipment. So in this video, I will be going through how to remove the suspension, rotors, or at least how I'm gonna get it done. So I do have the center links. They finally got tightened up, and I still have an extra set of sleeves right there, precision sleeves. We're going with the mug. If you didn't know, the mug, tie rods, center links, inners and outers, and we're doing the idler arm. So I have to go ahead and clean up the frame on this, and then once I clean up the frame, then I'll be able to go ahead and move forward with the rest of the modifications that need to be done. So man, I'm gonna throw you on time lapse because it's gonna get loud in here. It is raining in my shop, as y'all can see, Mrs. Tropicana. I was thinking about bringing her out, being that it's Super Bowl Sunday, but I don't think I'm gonna bring her out because it's real muddy, and I really just don't want to fool with it right now. The tires and everything are real slick on her, but it's raining on my roof and it's hitting the car, and that's how I was able to notice it. That water puddle right there. But we don't know. I don't know how it's gonna go. I am going to Summit sometime this week, and I kind of do want to take Mr. Tropicana out and stretch her legs. So man, y'all just stay tuned. Ain't no telling how this video gonna end, but for sure we from putting some work on this Gbody. Yeah. Man, so it was just a loud popping sound, and I grabbed my dad's old crowbar, and I put that jack stand up on there and jacked up on the bottom, and I'm just terrified of the spring. And what I did was I had to tap on this control arm, the upper control arm. So I'm gonna come back, and on the lower control arm, I'm gonna go ahead and hit it with the air, and I'm gonna hit it with this 22. It's a 22. Big old socket. And I'll put this out that way. You can see it's a bunch of dust and stuff. Put that right there. Pick up my Pick up my Allen wrenches, put them back in there. That was a fairly large one. They took the brake calipers loose. So now that I did this side, I for sure know I'm ready to tackle the other side. It was a challenge. Not too bad of a challenge though. But I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna hit it with that crowbar, see what happens. And I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna remove the rotor and the spindle and just take it off on this side, just look it over and everything, and use this as reference as well. I put everything in the bag that I took off, so some cotter pins. This was on the top of it, of the shock, some kind of bushing. The bolt that went to the shock right there. Um, the one that went to the control arm. There's two bolts on the shock, and this one right here went to the control arm with the cotter pins. So I think it's I believe that's called a castle nut, I believe. But the other one's still on there, and it's a 22. I'm gonna go ahead and hit it with that. I'm gonna show you the rest of the tools that I brought out. I just threw everything at it to make this thing work. Of course, you're gonna need your needle noses. You're gonna need a C-clamp to compress the brakes. Fortunately, I was able to make mine work without really having to use that right there. Allen wrench. I used the wire cutters to cut my hood release because I just got tired of this thing just being here getting in my way. So just working forward, moving forward. I'm gonna go ahead and hit this crowbar. And when everything popped, I tapped on the bottom of this bolt right here. That one right there. That ball joint actually, and it's threaded. I tapped on it a couple times, and it's been done 1,000 times, man. So ain't no need for me to be and like I'm the first person that ever did it. Come on now, everybody knows I don't not trying to take nobody's credit, but I definitely watched a lot of Mr. Get in there, and I watched Bags on the Go, um, Life with the Ikes. Man, I mean, it's just some great content creators out here, really doing some really cool work with these old schools. Mr. Get in there. There's all kinds of people doing a lot of stuff. So I'm just Dash's Garage, uh, uh, 87 SS Boy, a lot of people, man. So yeah, I got this right here, and I know I'm gonna probably hit it with the socket and everything to go ahead and remove the bearings and everything. But I'm probably gonna buy the spindles, and then I'm gonna go ahead and buy the control arms. I'm probably gonna reuse these shocks. Not too sure, but I'm probably going to reuse these and just powder coat them silver because all my control arms and everything, I want them to be black. So I'm going to go ahead, remove that shock, remove the rotor, and then probably start trying to remove these control arms. Trying to figure out these control arm situations. I'm pretty sure if it's a nut on one side, it's a bolt on the other side. So figure out what size that bolt is, and probably have to do it with the adjustable wrench and the socket on the other side. I don't think that I'm gonna put air on that, but this control arm right here, I think it's just these two bolts right here, and I think this control arm be off. So I'm gonna see what those are. I'll probably hit those with air, and then we'll be able to remove the whole front control arm, and then really be able to see what I'm working with. As far as just trying to get this frame on cleaned up, I'm trying to get everything as clean as possible on here. I'm not gonna really much mess with the back as much. I may just like Scotch Brite it and then just throw a little coat over the top because I want to make sure that from the bottom up, that's really, really thick. I'm trying to put as many coats on this thing as possible, so it'll always be clean. But I'm finna go ahead and throw y'all a time lapse. And it's just something that I'm just gonna keep on doing over and over and over and over. I'm gonna make sure that my skills up to par. I'm doing this for myself, and that's what this build is all about, man. Believing in yourself, pushing yourself, and acquiring your skills. But if you really just look at it, this is an old school car. A lot of stuff makes sense. It's not a lot of electronics. And being I've been working on newer cars in the collision business for so many years, a lot of this stuff just makes sense. But if you just study it, you watch some YouTube videos, you'll be able to figure it out. Trust and believe. So y'all just stay tuned. Let me see if my mic is on. All right, my mic is on. Just trying to make sure. I'm still trying to get used to making this quality content for y'all. So I did get the springs and everything off. And it was some knuckles in my spring, as well as these rubber pieces that look like they just broke over time. I don't know if these was to make it taller, or he might have put some drop spindles on there and then he decided it was too low. He might want to raise it, because I believe the front was a little lower than the back. I'm gonna go ahead. What I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna go ahead and prepare to not get my floor any dirtier. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw a tarp. But as y'all can see that this thing is very nasty. I'm talking about, man, look at that, man. There's wasp nest up in my joint, man. I'm talking about wasp nest. So y'all I can't make this stuff up, man. That's a wasp nest in my hand. That's on the control arms. So I have to jack the car up a lot higher to get it to this level. And the control arm did come off. I had to tap it a couple times with that big sledgehammer right there. Well, mini sledgehammer. But it's so dirty in here right now. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it in time lapse. I'm not gonna mess with the passenger side. I'm gonna figure out this driver side all the way through, from disassembling to now. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna start acquiring all the parts that's needed. The rest of the control arms. Decide what I'm gonna do with the springs. Um, I may just go ahead and buy another set of springs because I'm not sure what those springs were. But I'm probably gonna buy. I don't know. I may just buy just the shocks, reuse those springs, and but yeah, for sure. Right now, what I'm finna do is I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to clean up everything. I'm gonna put all this stuff inside the car. This is the actual a part that a lot of people are talking about that goes on with the spring. I'm gonna put that right there. I have all the bolts for the control arms and everything that I took off, and they was pretty big. They was I believe what was that, a 19. So those two bolts right there should be about a 19. So you're gonna need 19, some 13s. So with it being in the position I was in, I was just jerking on it, and I kept seeing that the spring was getting really close to coming out. But I thought the shock might have been preventing it from coming out. Being I didn't remove the bottom bolts to start with, I believe that were the biggest issue came in at. So next time, for sure, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna remove the shock all the way through before I do anything else. I had a couple people advise me on what they recommend I do, but actually doing it is something totally different. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna prepare to toss all this stuff away. I'm gonna grab my broom, and I'm actually gonna lay a tarp down, um, so I don't have to worry about that no more. That dust and the dirtiness. So here go the original shock. I believe my neighbor recycles metal. Here go that spring. Um, Spring is pretty daggone big. So I'm gonna just keep it right here by the door. Those shocks, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna probably throw those away. Um, and I believe that some of these parts are gonna go, but I'm just gonna hold on to them till I start buying like the alternator and different things for the motor that we're building currently. So that's how that's gonna go. Man, there's a lot of poppy sounds, a lot of dust, but we're here. And man, I couldn't have did this without my team, man. Shout out to so many people. Janky Fabricators. If y'all don't watch his channel, I talk to him on a regular. He's a real cool dude, real laid back. He's making some really nice parts that I may actually incorporate on this build. For sure, I want to get the seat brackets that he makes. He's in Memphis, I believe, or near the Memphis area. I talked to him. He's a real cool dude. And then and some other guys that I'm thinking about. Oh, Tootie Backyards build. I'm trying to get this car as close to Tootie's Backyards build as possible. Am I gonna have twin turbo like Tootie with an LS? No. Could I even compete with Tootie? In no shape, form, or fashion can I compete with Tootie's Backyard build. But I just want my stuff to be as clean as his is. His finishing, his fitment, like when you look at his engine bay, when you look at his undercarriage, when you look at all the things that he did, that's something that everybody I feel like can incorporate in their build. Even with a budget, you don't have to have a lot of money. You just have to be creative. And the way he just put stuff together, like the fittings, the lines, the brake hoses, just everything is perfect. So I'm trying to get mine as close to perfect. So it's like if he was to park his car, yes, he's gonna have the turbos popping out, and he's gonna put down way more power than I'm be putting down. But clean is the overall goal on this one. So as y'all can see, it's a lot of dirt, grime, my hands, my knuckles all busted up, but I'm happy as hell because I knew I wasn't gonna stop today until I got to a point where I could say, okay, I really made some progress. So I'm probably gonna just go ahead and I'm gonna throw the tarp down, I'm gonna put you on time lapse, and I think this is how we're gonna shut this video out, man. Till the next time, y'all like, share, subscribe, and get at your boy. Yes, sir.